Good morning, and it's the last day of our time together for this week. And today I want to talk to you about opportunity. We have an amazing opportunity, just like the early disciples did. I sometimes wonder in awe about what it would have been like to walk up on that hillside that Jesus was going to sit down and preach his Sermon on the Mount. What people walking up to that mountain were expecting, what they were carrying, their preconceived ideas about who Jesus was and what he was about to tell them. And what he was about to tell them was about this kingdom. And this kingdom that he was bringing to earth, God's kingdom, where God's will would be done. And I just wonder what that would have been like. But we do have that same opportunity coming up here. An idea of sitting and just listening to Jesus's words. But in order to do that, and in order to get the most out of it, we've got to separate what we bring. And what I mean by that is our preconceived ideas, the thoughts that we already have of who Jesus is and what we're expecting from him. And Jesus was kind of going to teach us more of what he expects from us. And so I would love for you to just sit and listen over this next sermon series, the entire sermon series. Come to church, watch online, however it is that you do, and just sit and listen to him, because he's inviting us into this kingdom. And those of us that call ourselves followers of him, what his expectation is that we would become then his ambassadors to the world, that we would share his message to the world, his perceptions of things to the world, his desires for the world. What that means is that sometimes we have to remove our own. And because ours can be selfish, they can be self-centered, but we cannot be self-centered ambassadors. And in order to do that, we need to be, Jesus would say, born again. And what that means is that we would receive a new heart. Our heart is deceitful, the Bible says, and we talked about that. But God has promised to give us a new heart, to take away the heart of stone that we have. And you think of stone, you can't, unless you chisel it away and break it, you can't form it into anything. And God says he wants to give us a new heart, one of flesh, one that is pliable by him, one that he can come into and work on and change. And when we have that change in a God-centered heart, then we could be God-centered people, because our heart is where everything flows from. And so when God is in our heart, God should flow from that heart. And so again, I would just hope and pray that you would sit and hear from him. Allow him to give you a new heart. Allow him to put his perspective into that heart. Thereby we could become his spokespeople to the world. And the message that we speak to the world is saying, come back to God. Enter into his kingdom, enter into his will, enter into his purposes. So please, if you do anything over this between now and Easter, this next 8 months, just listen and learn from Jesus. I love you, and it's been a privilege to be with you this week, and I hope to see you at service, or I hope to see you soon. And let's bring his kingdom to Merced. Let's bring his kingdom to your home. Let's bring his kingdom to this world. God bless you all, and see you soon.